Welcome back, everybody, to Centralized Crypto. My name is Mike. Thank you for joining me today, this evening, this morning, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Hope things are going well for you. So I'm going to go over a couple things in this video, news-related articles, and then I'm going to go on a little bit of an Elon Musk rant. So I figure I'd do that towards the end in case you didn't want to hear any of that, and give you a fair warning. But that's where we're headed today. So I'm coming to you today from within the actual pool. Most of my videos have been made without, but today it's nice and cloudy. A little bit cloudy, a little bit sunny, but yeah, being in the pool, being in the shade, they just built this new structure for us. It's looking pretty good today. So what's up with the market, guys? We've lost about $500 billion in the last, I don't know, 3-4 days or so, and we're still sitting barely over $2 trillion. But I'll tell you what, people really think that the sky is falling this time, and I'm here to tell you once again that it's not. We are in crypto for the long haul. We really are. If you have the long haul, the hodl mentality, you're going to be just fine. When in doubt, zoom out, right? Everything, this is just completely normal. This is about, I think, a 35% pullback in BTC, which at its peak was about 35 something percent. Again, totally normal. This is all news-based manipulation. I've said it over and over again. This is nothing new under the sun. It's whales taking advantage of the opportunities in the news that present them the opportunities to shake us out and to get our Bitcoin. Don't think that people aren't trying to buy Bitcoin at a cheaper price. It's wash, rinse, repeat. This thing keeps happening. So we're looking at a little bit of a green here in the 1 hour time frame. This to me, and I could be wrong because I am not a professional advisor in any way, shape, or form, especially when it comes to finances, but this could be a little bit of a dead cat bounce. We're just seeing a little bit of green. This just could be an typical, overreaction to or a reaction to things being oversold, because indeed things are definitely oversold right now. This is a lot of people shorting the longs and shaking us out. So I'm here to tell those of you that follow the channel, my regulars, and if you are not a regular, please subscribe. Try to join this channel. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Let me know in the comments how you feel about what's going on lately. But yeah, this could be dead cat bounce, or this could be the start of a recovery. I think with the Elon Musk news and everything that's going on, we may see a little bit more downside. I was talking to a guy that I met here yesterday. Nicholas, what up, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for following the channel. And so we were talking last night about this very subject. When is a good time to put some of that fiat that you hopefully have stacked aside into cryptocurrency once again? It's kind of a tough spot right now, you guys, because although we've had a pretty healthy pullback, and usually things kind of bounce up pretty swiftly after that, so the last few pullbacks have shown that. This is not my opinion, this is based on fact. I don't know, I'm still sitting on something on the side. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it once I decide to make that call. Still kind of looking at Chainlink. It's pretty juicy right now. I think it's very undervalued, but should we or should we not put money back into the market as we speak? You really have to follow the 1 hour and the 24-hour candles and the 24-hour news, and it's really good to see that even though we're having a massive shakeout simply because of one man's power to sway opinion, we're in a different spot right now. We've never really had one singular influencer who could really cause so much havoc. So we're going to go over that in the news, but first we're going to start with some positive stuff just to show you that there is still good things happening in the cryptocurrency space. This is an interesting article because we've seen a lot of news about Visa and MasterCard, but not so much with Bank of America. So Bank of America leans into blockchain to speed settlements. The news comes from more financial institutions begin to lean into the blockchain technology. We all saw that coming. We know it's not going to stop. JP Morgan Chase & Co. has been using an Ethereum-based system that allows the execution of overnight repurchase agreements since last year. So kind of nothing new with this, but it just goes to show that the adoption is still happening on a massive corporate level, an institutional level. So, where we're at right now is still somewhat, in the beginning of mass adoption phase. We are past the early, if people are talking about, we're early investors, to some degree, maybe yes, but not so much anymore. I mean, with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency being on the mainstream news and being involved in mainstream corporations, we're past the early adopter phase. That was for people who were back in about 2017, 2018 and rode that dip like I did. So I still consider myself an early adopter, but what we really want to see is what we're seeing now. Mass adoption continues, you guys. Can Bitcoin replace the US dollar as the world's global reserve currency? I think so. I've always kind of thought so. And I've always kind of thought so. Even when I first got involved with Bitcoin, I thought, hey, this is something that could really change finance. It could be a store of value, which is kind of sort of really what Bitcoin is at this point. It's new digital gold, but it has the ability and the capacity to actually replace gold and carry a higher value than gold as far as being put on some sort of IMF fund. We don't know what's going to happen with the dollar. They're printing it into oblivion. I don't have my toilet paper here or my dollar bill to prop y'all and have some fun and jokes, but really it's not a joke because we're continuing to print stimulus. The world is still reeling from the pandemic that we're still going through, and at some point they're going to have to reshape the world because the United States dollar is not always going to remain on top. It's not always going to be the singular world reserve global currency. They're going to have to replace it with a basket of things, in my opinion, Bitcoin probably being one of them, just simply because at this point it's pretty unstoppable and the market cap is still pretty low. A lot of room for growth. So in my opinion, yes, Bitcoin can certainly replace the US dollar as, if not the world's global currency, then part of a global currency basket of things that are going to basically govern the way the world works from a monetary standpoint at this point. So we're going to start with this here. One man's tweet moves the market. This is the beginning of my Elon Musk rant, because in my opinion, Elon pretty much went from hero to zero on the quick. I mean, his antics, they were cute, they were fun for a little while. I know the man loves a lot of attention. I've made a couple videos ago saying, look, when people have so much wealth that it doesn't even matter how much more wealth they attain, they like to seek power and they like to seek control. And like I said, you can do that through governmental purposes, you can do that through religious purposes, or you can do that by simply being a massive influencer. Like Elon Musk at this point is pretty much the #1 global influencer when it comes to moving markets. And for whatever reason, he's got his feet all wet and dirty in the cryptocurrency space. I think he kind of thinks it's funny that he can take a meme coin and make something major out of it, and then he can take something as massive as Bitcoin, which is a global but a global occurrence here, and he's kind of puppet mastering it. He's kind of toying with it, and he's pissing a lot of people off, including myself and including a lot of more people who have way bigger opinions than I do and way more financial and influence than I probably ever will, which is fine. That's not what I'm into. I'm just here to give people the news and teach people how to understand the movements of this industry that we're invested in, because long term is the way to go. But Elon's doing it more, I mean, I'm not going to read the article, but here's a little highlight here. Since Elon Musk's appearance on Saturday, May 8th, the Dogecoin has been down approximately 48%. Saw that coming. Dogecoin, it's such a divisive cryptocurrency. So many people are so opinionated on this, and it used to be just a little nothing coin. By the way, just for some of you who don't know this, I'm sure most of you do, Doge, they make more Dogecoin all the time. It's not hard capped, by the way. I don't know how many people don't actually know that, but I think there's like something like 10,000, I should probably check my facts, but I know that there's more Doge being made every single day, almost every 10 minutes or so. Not something you want to be involved in. If Elon Musk comes out and says, yeah, we're going to accept Dogecoin for Tesla, buy Tesla with Dogecoin. Get rid of your Dogecoin. However you may or not want to do it. When Musk tweeted that Tesla would stop accepting Bitcoin as payments due to environmental concerns, Bitcoin's price dropped 15% on the day and took most of the cryptocurrency markets with it. Elon, get out of our space, bro. Don't you have enough going on in your world to where you don't just have to puppet master something that really affects a lot of us small fish here? It's hard for us to find opportunities in today's rigged society where it's all rigged basically for the rich and powerful. It's hard for us to find something where we can actually make life-changing gains. A lot of us have made life-changing gains. Don't splash around in our pool, okay? It's only so big. You need to taper your desire and your jollies for tweeting all day long about stupid stuff. Look, don't be the next Trump, all right? You don't need to tweet storm everything that goes on. You're affecting a global market, and it's not cool, dude. Beat it, bro. But I will say this. So next piece of news, Elon Musk gifts Bitcoiners a stacking opportunity. So just like anything else in the world, we have the power of choice. We can choose how we think. We can choose how we react to the things that come across our faces, right? Some people see this as disastrous. Some people see this as an opportunity. Crypto is always an opportunity. Whether crypto is on an upswing bull run or whether it's heading down towards a bear market, there's always opportunities, and right now he is indeed creating an opportunity. Who knows if he's even creating an opportunity for himself or if for his buddies. You know, these rich elite people, these multi-billionaire peoples, they're all in the same club, you guys. Whether they make noise against each other or not, it's like when rappers battle, you know, it's to sell albums. It's the same thing, nothing new under the sun, right? I see this as an opportunity. I just don't know how low it's going to go, and I would never want to give advice to anybody as, hey, it's time to jump all in, and then we continue down. So that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is pay attention to the news. Choose how you view these kinds of things, and choose how you want to invest wisely with the opportunities that are giving you, because I'll tell you what, the cryptocurrency space isn't going to get crushed. It's not going to be disappeared into oblivion because one man's tweet behind his little tweet storm launching rockets into space is not going to change things. It's only going to manipulate them for so long. There's going to come a point where Elon's tweets are going to be such a common occurrence that they're going to lose their luster. They're not going to matter anymore. People are going to be like, okay, Elon, sure, buddy, keep launching rockets into space and traveling around in your jets and keep promoting, you know, your cars, your energy efficient cars, while you're eating up probably more electricity yourself, heating your homes and riding your jet planes than anybody else. So I told you guys the rant was coming, so we're right in the middle of it right now. So that's pretty much kind of, I guess, we're not at the middle of it because I'm going to cut it. You know, I don't like the negativity. Amen. I just don't like it. Mama don't like it either. We're going to cut the negativity. You know what? Elon's going to do Elon. Yeah. Bitcoin's going to do Bitcoin. Things are going to continue to happen. We're still seeing mass adoption. Things are looking really good. The buying opportunity is being created. And believe me, when the whales jump in, you know, it's good to be in before they do, because markets still move so much. This just shows how immature, and I don't say that in a bad way, but how underdeveloped the entire crypto space is when one man's tweet can still affect us this much. So as the global market cap starts to increase, particularly for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is still the top-notch king daddy coin out there, we need more volume to come in, and we need Bitcoin's global market cap to grow, because if Bitcoin starts to approach, I should say, when Bitcoin starts to approach the multi-trillion-dollar gold type market cap, the $10 trillion amount, the more money that's in there, it's harder to move that market. So we do need more stability. We do need mass adoption. We do need regulation, whether people are divided on that or not. We simply have to have it. And, you know, this is just a blip on the radar, guys. So, but what I was going to say before I led into that was, if you jump in now and you're a little bit early and we dip a little bit more, you know, this is a good time to actually start to dollar cost average. If you have your targets on certain cryptocurrencies, don't go all in with your fiat. Do maybe, you know, 10% here or 25% here, and kind of wait to see what happens. And when you start to see the trend reverse, it's okay to go in. You're not going to catch the bottom, you guys, just like you're not going to be able to sell the top, because we never know when this kind of news is going to come and just hack away at our plans, right? You really have to be smart with your investments. So is this an opportunity? Yes. But not an all-in opportunity, because let's just see how this plays out. But, you know, happy trading with those of you who do pick the right assets. Would it be a good time to buy Dogecoin? Probably not, but y'all know I'm not a big fan. Meme coins getting a little bit too crazy, and stick with solid projects, which leads me into our next piece of news and our last piece of news. And I've been talking about this for a couple weeks now. Exclusive: mid-caps prepare for explosive movements after BTC correction. I do agree with this. I think, and like I told you, when things start to happen like that, have been happening, especially with things like Dogecoin, you're going to start seeing people go into like the top 10ers, the top 20s, because they have high market caps, they're solid projects. There's a reason why they have multiple billions of dollars behind them, and they're always making news, they're always moving forward, they're always making progress. But at some point, it's going to start to trickle down. Now, the difference between mid caps now and mid caps a couple years ago are literally hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars. The mid cap has sort of been redefined, right? So you're going to start to see this. Whether Bitcoin drops more, and when it does start to come back, I don't think we're going to see a run into BTC so heavily quite yet. I don't think the powers that be are ready to manipulate in that direction quite yet. But what we're going to see is we're going to start to see alt season in the top 100, the mid caps, right? And then eventually it's going to start pouring down lower and lower and lower into some of the smaller caps. So be aware of what's going on, follow the trend, start following where people are putting their money, and try to go along with that, because where the big money goes is where the big gains are to be had, and that's what we want to do. So if you're in a little bit early and you see more drops, don't worry about it. Buy a little bit more. Buy on the way down. Buy on the way down. Buy on the way up even a little bit, and just watch your portfolio grow, because like I've said before, you make this margin, right? now you're making a little bit of extra money, whereas if you were buying as we're just shooting up to the top, your margin becomes less and the gains become less and the opportunity is not quite there as it would be when these dips happen. So like I've said, dip happens, let's take advantage of it. Let's see where this goes. Happy trading to you guys all. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Please leave comments below. I'd love to know what everybody thinks about what's going on, because we all have opinions, and they're all very different, and that's what makes us human, and that's what makes us be able to communicate with each other. And but let's do it kindly. Let's do it nicely. No saltiness, okay? I don't want any saltiness in my comments. I will delete your comment, and we'll move on from you. So anyways, coming to you from Tulum, Mexico. Peace.